Modim lesimcha, my fellow Yidden out there on Torah Anytime. This is Moshe Berk with the second lesson in a series of vocal lessons, giving you tips on how to use your voice correctly and not strain when we're having to daven from one balcony to the next. In the previous lesson, I spoke about how the voice is produced and how we need to get into the various resonations throughout the head, the face, and the chest. Today I'm going to talk about how to get to the high notes and how is it possible to reach higher notes with ease as opposed to strain. As we understand the human anatomy, the throat is a pipe about 1 inch wide, which goes down from your throat, from your jaw, down to your neck. Now it's a pipe of about 1 inch wide. Think of it like a normal pipe in plumbing. Now, in the middle is the vocal box, and when you produce the sound, those sound waves need to go out through the rest of the pipe, which is about another 6, 7, 8 inches out to get out the mouth. Meaning, even though you cannot obviously see the voices like we did 3,500 years ago, we understand that the sound waves actually have a physical strength to it, a physical power. Meaning, imagine if you throw a small little pebble into a pool of water, you're going to get small ripples. Throw in a bigger rock, you're going to get bigger ripples. Exactly the same thing. When you sing on the lower notes, what happens is that the pressure is not very strong. Let's equate it to, let's say it's 20% air pressure. And thus, 20% air pressure goes throughout 1 inch of throat, fine and dandy, quite easy. The problem is, as soon as you go into the higher note and it goes to 30%, ze geht nicht. It just won't go through. Or you go into a too high note and you get stuck. So what's the problem? Most people decide, we'll rather stay on the lower notes. It's a great answer, but the problem is that songs go up, you need to go up. And second of all, if you're singing too low, then you're sitting and grating on your vocal cords and making them hoarse. So basically, we need to go up. The only problem is that when you go up, the pressure goes from 20% to 30%, and ze geht nicht. It doesn't go through the vocal tract, which is basically called your pharynx. This vocal box is called your larynx, and this is called your pharynx. So we understand that if we go into the higher notes, we elevate out of our throat and we start singing from the sinuses, which we want to do in order to resonate. And that's what everyone wants to do. But the only problem is it's going to get stuck in your throat. And then it's where we'll teach you in the lessons to come, Be'ezrat Hashem, how to open up your throat from 1 inch to 1.5. So basically, I find you the right key that you elevate out of your throat and use your sinuses. And then it's like finding you the right house, and then we make that house suit you, and we open up the throat literally from 1 inch to 1.5.